Okay, we know how to name notes. We know how to name the notes on the keyboard and find them, and we know about the sharps and the flats and how to find them, and we call them sharps when they're going up, flats when we're going down. So we've learned about accidentals and enharmonic notes. And there's one more thing, and that's this. If there's a sharp, there's also a double sharp, and if there's a flat, there's also a double flat. So let's just start with the sharps. So if a sharp raises the note one half step, then a double sharp, which just looks like a little X, it raises the note by two half steps. Oh, I have that wrong in there. Let me fix that. It raises the note by two half steps or one whole step. So let's just find out or practice that. So if I told you I wanted you to play a C double sharp, okay, so we know it's going to be a C right here. And double sharp raises it two half steps. So C, and if I go one half step up, this is going to be C sharp. And because we're going up, we'll use C sharp because we're using sharps. And then I go another half step, and it brings us to the D. So if I showed two people two different pieces of music, and I said to one of them, I want you to play the D, they would play this note right here. And if I showed another person a piece of music and said, I want you to play C double sharp, they would play, well, C, and then a half step is C sharp, and then another half step, so one whole step, they would play the same exact D. And it goes the same way through all that. And harmonics. So let's do it right here because it can get tricky with this. So what if I asked you to play an E double sharp? Well, we know that an E sharp half step and harmonically is the same as F, but that's only one half step, so we would have to go another half step. So if I asked you to play an E double sharp, you'd actually be playing an F sharp. And the same goes for the B and the C. If I asked you to play a B double sharp, well, here's B, and a half step would be this C, and another half step would be this C sharp. So again, if I showed two different people two different things of music, and I said I want one of you to play a C sharp, they would play this black key right here, and I showed another person a piece of music and told them I wanted them to play a B double sharp, then they would play this same exact C sharp right here. And it works the same way with flats. So the double flat is just two of these lowercase b's. So it's a lot easier to see. So if I, and it's the same thing, a double flat lowers the note by two half steps or one whole step. So if I'm playing a D and I want you to play a D double flat, well, we can see going to the left, going down, one half step here, this is D flat, and another half step is C. So if I asked you to play a D double flat, you'd actually be playing a C. They're just another enharmonic note, another way of saying the same thing based on how we're reading the music. And let's keep going while we're on this C. What if I asked you to play a C double flat? Well, here's one half step to the B and then another half step to the B flat. So if I asked you to play a C double flat, you would actually be playing a B flat. And the same thing goes for F double flat. So F double flat or F flat, if I go one half step to the left down the keyboard, it's an E, but we want a whole step or two half steps down. So I go another half step, I have the E flat. So if I showed somebody a piece of music and asked them to play an E flat, they would play this note, and I showed another person a piece of music and told them they needed to play an F double flat, they would play this same note, an E flat. Now you pretty much know how to name any note that you see. So I was thinking next lesson, just get a piece of music and we can name all the notes. Now, a lot of the songs aren't going to have double sharps and double flats, and it's not as confusing as all of this. This is just so if you're reading a piece of music, you can name the note, or you can understand maybe, you can go to the piano and understand why somebody is talking about a B flat rather than an A sharp.